I am here today to talk about the history of Kung Fu, one of the most ancient and popular martial arts in the world. Kung Fu is a Chinese term that literally means hard work or cultivation of the human body. It is a broad term that encompasses a wide variety of martial arts, including Shaolin Kung Fu, Wing Chun Kung Fu, and Tai Chi. The history of Kung Fu is long and complex, dating back over 2,000 years. The earliest forms of Kung Fu were developed by Chinese monks in the Shaolin Temple. These monks used Kung Fu for self-defense and for spiritual enlightenment. Over time, Kung Fu spread throughout China and evolved into a variety of different styles. Each style has its own unique techniques and philosophy. Some styles are more focused on self-defense, while others are more focused on competition. In the 20th century, Kung Fu became increasingly popular outside of China. This was due in part to the success of Bruce Lee, who brought Kung Fu to the attention of the world through his movies and martial arts philosophy. Today, Kung Fu is practiced by millions of people around the world. It is a popular form of exercise, self-defense, and spiritual practice. The early history of Kung Fu. The earliest forms of Kung Fu were developed by Chinese monks in the Shaolin Temple. The Shaolin Temple is a Buddhist monastery located in the Henan province of China. The monks at the Shaolin Temple were dedicated to the practice of Buddhism and to the pursuit of physical and spiritual enlightenment. The monks at the Shaolin Temple began to develop Kung Fu as a way to defend themselves against bandits and other threats. They also used Kung Fu for spiritual practice, believing that it could help them to achieve enlightenment. The earliest forms of Kung Fu were based on the principles of Tai Chi, a Chinese martial art that emphasizes balance and harmony. The monks at the Shaolin Temple adapted these principles to create a more dynamic and aggressive form of martial arts. The spread of Kung Fu. Over time, Kung Fu spread throughout China and evolved into a variety of different styles. Each style has its own unique techniques and philosophy. Some styles are more focused on self-defense, while others are more focused on competition. Some of the most popular styles of Kung Fu include Shaolin Kung Fu, the original form of Kung Fu, developed by the monks at the Shaolin Temple. Wing Chun Kung Fu, a style of Kung Fu that is known for its emphasis on close-range combat. Tai Chi, a style of Kung Fu that emphasizes balance and harmony. Sanda, a style of Kung Fu that is focused on competition. Kung Fu in the 20th century. In the 20th century, Kung Fu became increasingly popular outside of China. This was due in part to the success of Bruce Lee, who brought Kung Fu to the attention of the world through his movies and martial arts philosophy. Bruce Lee was a Chinese-American martial artist who was born in San Francisco, California. He began training in Kung Fu at a young age, and he quickly became one of the most accomplished martial artists in the world. Lee's movies, such as The Big Boss and Enter the Dragon, helped to popularize Kung Fu around the world. His martial arts philosophy, which emphasized the importance of flexibility and improvisation, also had a profound impact on the way people think about martial arts. Today, Kung Fu is practiced by millions of people around the world. It is a popular form of exercise, self-defense, and spiritual practice. Kung Fu is also a popular subject of movies and television shows. There have been countless Kung Fu movies made over the years, and many of them have become classics. Kung Fu is a fascinating and complex martial art with a long and rich history. It is a discipline that can be both physically and spiritually demanding, but it is also a rewarding one. Conclusion. Kung Fu is a powerful and versatile martial art that can be used for self-defense, competition, or spiritual practice. It is a discipline that has been practiced for centuries, and it continues to be popular today. If you are interested in learning more about Kung Fu, there are many resources available. You can find Kung Fu schools in most major cities, and there are also many books and websites that can teach you about the basics of Kung Fu. I encourage you to explore the world of Kung Fu. It is a discipline that can help you to become stronger, more confident, and more in touch with your inner self.